Thank you for joining me today here on Mimosas and Marketing. Today, in this mini-series of How Does This Thing Work, we're going to be talking about sharing content to Facebook. Now, when you're sharing content to Facebook, it's important to know that you can do a few things with your Facebook page especially that may make things easier when you're planning. Now, let's say you have an event of some sort. Often, if you have a photographer or a videographer or you're getting content professionally done, it's going to take a little bit of time for you to get that content back in order to share it. Now, this may mean that some significant time will pass between when the event occurred and the pieces you're sharing from that, from your phone or from friends' phones or people who attended versus the professional pieces that you get. Now, it's nice to share these things as you get them back so you can say, oh, remember this, we did this, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago. That's great. But it also may behoove you to backdate some of your content. We're not doing this in a way that's trying to trick people, but we are trying to make your feed more cohesive when it comes to the time that you're sharing things. When you go to your Facebook page, in your publishing tools, which is at the top, along your page manager, when you get in there, you can actually click on publishing tools, go into new posts and create a new post. When you put your new content in there, it will allow you to schedule it. So that's mainly, especially now that Facebook is changing things a little bit for pages, that's where you're going to schedule posts for future sharing. You can actually go in and backdate where you can choose the year, the date, and even the time of when something was posted. So it will show up chronologically on your page. Now, this may be helpful for you, like I said, if you have an event or if something happened and new content came out that you wanted to share, but you wanted it to be cohesive in what it is that you are doing. Let's say you're doing some sort of class, a master class or something that you're teaching people, and you accidentally forget to put something in, or you need to refilm a piece of the content, but you've already shared day 3, but day 2's content needed to be redone. You can actually redo day 2's content, edit it the way that you want it to, take down the original post, and fix it up, and then put it back up, just backdate it ahead of post number 3 or day number 3. This is going to help you when people go to revisit that content in order to see it in chronological order. Now, this does not account for the fact that if people have show most recent or top or whatever it is chosen on their pages for their viewing on their own platforms, that might skew things in the way that they're supposed to come out. But if someone's looking at your content natively, they haven't messed with anything that's going to change the way that the feed appears on your side versus their side, they'll be able to see your content and the way you intended it to be shared. Chronologically, day 1, day 2, day 3, and so on. But this allows you a little bit of freedom when it comes to creating things and changing them, especially if you're doing live video. Live video is amazing, but sometimes we need to take things down and re-edit. Let's say our kid walked in, or the cat walked across the keyboard, or whatever it may be, and you didn't really like that in the moment. You could take that video down, you can take out that piece where the cat was in their face, and you can go ahead and put it back up in the right order for what works for your platform and your content. As you've heard me say before, I always encourage you, if you're going to schedule things, to do it natively within the platform. So using this publishing tool from Facebook with their pages capabilities is going to be very helpful so that you can post things in the future as well as revisit things in the past. In that space, you can share things to your page's story, you can share things in a messenger, you can share things to your regular profile and to your page itself. There even are some times where you can share right from your page to your group if those two are linked. As a reminder, on your page as well as in your group, you are able to schedule posts. So if you have things that need to go out at a certain date and a certain time, as far as reminders or regular content, make sure that you're scheduling that in advance, but directly in Facebook. I recommend doing it on your computer if you can, because that's going to be the easiest way to make sure that everything looks the way that you want it to look. Things get a little hairy when you get into mobile and scheduling that way, but it is possible as well. In the end, it comes down to what's easiest for you and what's going to help you create consistent content. If that means doing it from your phone, have at it. If you need to backdate a couple things, have at it. And if you are looking to schedule to keep yourself on track, please do. I hope this little mini portion of How Does This Thing Work helped you. If you have other questions about Facebook pages, Facebook groups, and scheduling content, please let me know in the comments below or send me a message. All of my information on Facebook and in my Instagram is linked in the description box. If you have not already, please give this video a thumbs up so I know you were here. If you have questions, like I said, put them in the box below, or share this with somebody who you think it might help. I appreciate you being here, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Cheers.